When you think of the word wildlife, what comes to your mind?
Animals, trees, forests.
All the animals in the wild are having their own life, playing around.
Oh, nice. You think of animals playing around. That's interesting. Naira, when you think of the word wildlife conservation, what comes to your mind?
There are some endangered animals in the forest, so we have to bring them back. There should not be any endangered animals other than dinosaurs.
I'm glad you qualified that with dinosaurs who will be allowed to remain extinct. Naren, what do you think of the word wildlife conservation?
We should conserve the wildlife so animals can keep playing around.
Which animal comes to your mind when you're thinking of animals playing around?
Penguin.
Tortoises. They can play a game called Who is the Slowest?
That's very interesting. Who's the slowest? So contradictory to how we all look at how life in schools are, right? Where everything is about who's the fastest, who's the first. So what is today's episode about?
We're gonna discuss animal and human conflicts.
Wow, big phrase out there.
What happens when an animal comes to a human's habitat, or what happens when a human goes to an animal's habitat.
Ooh, sounds dangerous. Naira, what do you think today's episode is about?
Yeah, what Naren said was absolutely right. It was when animals go into humans' area and when humans come into animals' area, that is very dangerous. We are going to talk about artificial intelligence used to prevent that. Whoa! Artificial intelligence is the man-made robots that are used to detect when the animals are going into humans' habitat.
Artificial intelligence is the program used in man-made robots.
Awesome. Shall we introduce ourselves to listeners who've never heard an episode on What's New Today before?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Naira, why don't you introduce us this time for a change?
Hi there, you're listening to What's New Today, a kids and family podcast about current events shaping our world. This is your host, what should I say?
Usually this show is hosted by me, Sangeeta from India. But today Naira decided that she wanted to give the entire introductory spiel. So for now, I'm going to let Naira and Naren act as the host for today's show, although I might chip in with a word or two in between if that's okay with the two of them. Is it okay?
Of course, we'd love.
I'm okay with it.
Thank you very much.
My name is Naren. I'm 10 years old. I'm in 5th grade, about to go to 6th. And I study in India, Chennai.
My name is Naira Maheshwari and I'm 8 years old. I study in Children's Academy.
Awesome. All right, so we'll jump into today's topic. I found a couple of really interesting wildlife trivia. Can I ask you guys quick questions and see what we know about these?
Sure.
Yes.
Can each one of you name one bird that can never fly?
Ostrich.
Kiwi.
Second question. I don't know if you guys have seen any flag or, posters for peace, but they sometimes use a bird.
Yes.
I know. Dove.
White dove.
Which is the only land animal that cannot jump?
Elephant?
Maybe elephant.
Correct. And the last question. What is the rhino's horn made of?
Teeth. No, hair.
Hair is correct. The rhino's horn is nothing but a compression of a lot of hair, and it keeps on growing all its life apparently.
Wow!
What is the kind of conflict people are facing in India when an elephant comes in contact with where people live?
When an elephant comes into a human's home, the human starts panicking and he spreads the panic until it hurts an elephant or the human. A village or any human area lives near the forest, the elephant might come near because maybe it's on its feeding paths.
Many times, elephants take certain paths within forests to get to certain watering holes or get to certain other places where there's a lot of grass. So they have certain paths on which they move to get to these points. So sometimes they might make a small shift in their path. They might change their path a little bit. And then it may so happen that humans have built their homes on the new path. Yeah. So that might be one reason. So the elephants didn't mean to come into the path of a human, and the human didn't mean to build a house, but it might have just so happened accidentally. Have you guys seen about what happens to lions in Africa? Do they come in contact with humans?
Humans go and cut down the trees so that they can build their own homes. They're getting wood and also they're getting space.
In Africa, a lot of people rear their livestock to eat. So when the lions come, they see that livestock and they go and eat it.
Now, the owners of the goats, they get really angry with the lion. What do you think they do?
They come to attack the lion.
So now coming to today's episode about artificial intelligence that can prevent all of these conflicts.
AI camera will be monitoring everything in the forest. So when it sees any elephant or lion coming out of the forest, it'll recognize it and then it'll notify the rangers that are in the area to go and herd the elephant or lion back into its rightful place.
So the rapid release team gets ready and then takes them back into their safe area and prevents the conflict from happening.
Wow.
Just to decode that technology, right? So normally a camera can take photographs. But after the camera has taken a photograph of a lion or an elephant about to enter a certain area, somebody else will have to look at that photograph to recognize that an elephant has entered an unsafe area. Then somebody has to call up somebody else. But there can be so many cameras in a forest, it will be very difficult for thousands of people sitting and looking at cameras at the same time.
Yes.
So this artificial intelligence camera is a camera which is almost as intelligent as any of us. So by itself, the camera will know that this is an elephant or this is a lion
coming out of its unsafe area.
Shall we do trivia time?
I got jokes. Why did the lion spit the clown out?
Why did the lion spit the clown out of its mouth?
Yeah.
Maybe because it tickled its tummy.
Not quite.
Or maybe the clown cracked such a horrible joke the lion got irritated and spat him out?
No.
Okay, what's the answer?
It tasted funny.
Oh! Nice one. Naira, do you have one?
What is the theme of Wildlife 2023?
Conservation?
You're very close. Partnerships for wildlife conservation.
Ooh, partnership. But I'm just wondering who we're going to be partnering with. We're going to be partnering with artificial intelligence cameras.
Yes.
Great idea. All right. On that note, we'll move to the quiz time and let's see how well you listened. Question 1. What is the rhino's horn made of?
Hair.
Second question. What happens in African forest because of drought to all the livestock?
The animals will have to go into lion territory to see if they can graze there.
The last and the final question. Tell me, what does an artificially intelligent camera do that a normal camera cannot do?
The normal camera just takes photos. The AI camera can identify the animal in the picture it takes.
It sends a message or alerts to the ranger nearby.
On that incredibly proud note, we come to the end of today's episode. What's your most favorite episode in the recent past that you'd recommend to all our listeners?
In episode number 87, we spoke about ChatGPT. The basic examples of AI are Siri and Alexa, and also ChatGPT.
I have another favorite episode. The one about virtual reality helping to reduce the stress on people, because it also gave me an excuse to watch TV whenever I want.
Yeah, I'm sure all of you do. So it's like this other episode which we did about video games and how video game characters have changed.
Can I say something?
Yes, Naira?
So what are you waiting for? Go listen to these episodes after this is done.
I love how you introduced these episodes and how you left our listeners with a wonderful recommendation. That's it from us today. I hope you enjoyed this banter between Naira, Naren and I. And if you did, please do click the follow, subscribe button and do leave us a rating and review, because we'd love to hear what you think of What's New Today as a podcast channel. New episodes drop every
Monday and Friday.
1, 2, 3.
Thanks for listening.